everybody, it's going to be so lovely to see you in September. But we thought we'd just start by just explaining a little bit about how the site will work and giving you some idea of the way in which the site's different from when you last saw it in the middle of March. I've got a few students who've been here all the time who are going to help me with explaining some of it to you, but I also just wanted to walk you around the site and talk to you about the kind of things that we can do and the kind of things we're going to have to do differently. You have been here, by the end of term you'll have been here for 21 weeks. So you've gone from the beginning of lockdown when there was probably about 10 or 15 of you to the point where year 10 have come back and joined us and we're now just over 100. You've also experienced the one-way system as well. What do you think students would want to know about coming back in September?
The bistro.
Yeah?
Would they have to wear masks?
Mm-hmm.
Would they have to social distance?
The one-way system.
Definitely the one-way system.
And
Yeah.
like, how would choose time and like lessons work?
Mm-hmm.
Where would your lunch and break areas be?
Good.
What's going to happen at lunch and break?
Lovely. So we've got a starting point, the kind of things that we need to tell people about. Thank you. So when you arrive on the school site, whether you're walking, whether you're being dropped off by a car, or whether you're coming on the bus, you will have to wait until you are told that you can come into the school site, and then you will go straight to your tutor group. You cannot hang around outside, you can't meet up with other people from other year groups, you have to go straight to your tutor room. If you're on a bus, stay seated until you are told that you can leave the bus. If you're walking into school, you have to come in at the top. The bottom entrance will not be available for anybody. You come in through the top, through the gate, as you would normally, and then there'll be a member of staff who will tell you where you have to go next. That will be exactly the same if you're being dropped off by a car. There will be no cars on the top part of the car park. It'll all be coned off. Nobody will be able to get in because we're going to need this new bit here for one of our social areas at break and lunchtime, because you're all going to go into what we're going to call year group bubbles, where you'll only be able to socialise with those students in your year group. Your social year group bubbles will be in separate buildings. Year 7, you will be in Prague. Year 8, you're going to be in the Tower Block. Year 9, you will be in Warsaw. Year 10, you will be in the Moscow block, and year 11, you will be in the Rome block. As well as having tutor time in those blocks, you will also have a social area as close as we can possibly get it outside to where your block is. But you will also have somewhere you can go if it's a wet break or lunchtime. So for example, year 9's tutor base and their social area will be in this area. So in tutor time, year 9 will be in the Warsaw block, and then when they have break or lunchtime, they will come out onto a particular area of the field, like this.
If you're year 9, you'll get up from break or lunch and go back into the main school going this way.
So, if you thought the one-way system in the Tower Block was complicated, we've now got a whole one-way system for the entire site. Just like supermarkets, it's all one way now, so you follow the blue arrows to follow the one-way system. Arrow me. Absolutely. So year 7, you've come onto the school site, you've had quite a short walk, and then you go straight into this building which says welcome to the English department, and this will be your base for your tutor time and your social time. You can only go into the building following the blue arrows in through the building this way. How to get into the building? How do you get out? Well, you're going to use, where possible, side doors, and that is particularly easy for your block in Prague because there's a door out for every single room. Just to make sure that you know where you shouldn't go into a building, you will see the no entry signs on the floor for around all of the buildings that we have on the school site. So Hannah, why is everybody on a different white marker?
To get into the bistro, you have to stay 2 meters apart in the line.
Okay, and what happens when you get into the bistro?
You have to wash your hands with hand sanitizer and then stay 2 meters apart.
Okay. Once you're in the bistro, again, you need to follow the instruction of the member of staff on duty. Stay 2 meters apart. There will be lines to help you stay 2 meters apart. If you are queuing up for food, there will be one entrance in and then you will go along and then exit, like this. You'll collect your food from here and then you'll walk to here. On leaving the bistro, you will need to continue to follow the one-way system, which means when you leave, you turn right. If you're in Prague, you go back up round, following the one-way system, back round, and you sit on the grass behind Prague. You're going to see an awful lot of information posted in all the buildings that might be used. This is for your safety. Please make sure that you follow all the instructions on those posters. They'll be in your classrooms, they'll be explained to you on your first morning in, along with all the other information that you need to know. But these are really, really important to keep you safe and also to keep your family safe so that they know that you followed social distancing and that you are safe to go home to them. Right, so there's a couple of things you need to know about how to use the equipment in the room, and this applies to any of the rooms that you might be in. What we've done is we've made a station for sanitizer and the sanitising wipes. When you arrive in the classroom, either at the beginning of the day or after break or after lunch, you will need to line up and use the sanitizer before you sit down. The wipes are here if you use any equipment, if you use your calculator, for example, for maths. When you finish using it, again, you'll need to wipe it down. If you need to use a tissue, then there will be a box of tissues here as well. And anything that's on this desk that you need to dispose of goes in the silver bin. Any paper goes in the normal bin, but anything to do with sanitising must go in this silver bin. That's really important. Please also remember that your teacher will not be able to come up to your desk in the way that they used to do. I know this is going to feel really strange, and believe me, for us as teachers, that's going to be really hard for us to actually have to teach completely from the front. But again, it's about keeping you safe and it's about keeping your teachers safe as well. So it's going to look and feel a bit different in September. It's still our school, you're still going to be learning, we're going to be doing as much as we possibly can, but we're really going to need your help to make sure that everybody stays safe and also feels comfortable on the school site. As you've been told, the one-way system is really, really important. There'll be lots of blue arrows, they won't be just outside, there'll be arrows to show you the ways in which you need to go in the buildings. And all your teachers will be here to help you understand whilst we get used to this. Lunchtime is going to be a bit different. We're going to have to stagger your lunch times so that you can get access to the bistro and the TARDIS. It means you'll still get half an hour for lunchtime, but you won't again all be going out at the same time because we need to keep you as much as we possibly can in your year group bubbles. The most important thing is listen to what people tell you. Ask if you're not sure, but don't worry about anything. We're all going to have to learn a slightly new way of being in school, but the most important thing is that we are in school, and that's what we all want to make sure happens in September. I'll see you in a couple of months.